All right, happy Wednesday. So yesterday you should have finished up your Delta Math. You will be getting your performance final review very soon. So just be aware of that. Remember that performance final is going to be on April 22nd. April 22nd is going to be your performance final. And we really should be able to finish up this unit by next week. And we're going to try to take a little short test over that. And then we have like a little mini unit after that. And then we should be done with the content. So just to let you know. Other things that I want you to be aware of is on April 25th, if you have looked at your student calendar, we are going to start moving to a block schedule. So that changes the pacing of this class just a little bit. So make sure that you look at your e-class calendar on the home screen, and it should tell you exactly like what the block days are. So pay attention to that because that's a little different from how last semester worked in prior years as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into today's learning. So you're going to open up this document that says, what's the value? Okay. All right, so consider the piecewise function below and its graph. Can you figure out what the values below are? Okay, so go ahead and take a minute and work on this one. All right, so f of -2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take -2. -2 is located in this domain. So that means I'm going to plug it into this function. So 1/2 times -2 is -1 plus 5 is +4. We can also see that from this graph. Over 2, up 4, right there. Okay, f of 0, that's going to be 5. I can pull that from the graph. Or the fact that it's in between 2 and 6, I can plug it into this equation. I'm sorry, it's up here. You would plug it into this equation. Whoop. All right, so x equals 2. Now this one's a little tricky. You got to make sure that you pay attention to the greater than, less than, or equal to symbols. So right here, there's this equal to, so that means it's going to be for this equation. So you're going to plug in 2 into this equation. So that's going to give us this point right here. Notice how if you look at the graph, there's 2 points on x equals 2, but we're going to take this one that's up here because it's a closed circle. That means it's inclusive. So that's going to be 6. F of 5 is 1, 2, 3, -3. F of 6 is down here at the bottom, -5. F of 7 is right here. F of 10 is right there. And there's not an F11. So we're going to say does not exist or not available, that kind of thing. Okay. So you can use the table, you can use the graph, or you can use the equations to plug in. More often, you're going to be given the equations than you are going to be the graph. All right, so looking at the next part. So you're going to, on a piece of paper, open up this document that says pass the problem. Okay, and what I want you to do is, there's 3 problems up at the top. Here, here, and here. Okay, I want you to tell me how many pieces will there be in the graph, what the shape will be, and describe the types of dots that will be at the end of each piece. Make the table, sketch the graph. You can do this as a partner pass, so you can follow this instructions. If you want to work by yourself, that's fine. I do want you checking your work with your neighbor and make sure that you did it all right. Again, you can plug this into Desmos. Instead of typing it out like this, though, remember your domain. You would type it out like x with the little squirrely bracket. X is greater than or equal to -2, and you would use the little squirrely bracket. Okay. So you're going to complete these 3 And then coming down here, you're going to complete this little like formative. It's a little true or false questions. It's not super long. Okay, so there's 3 questions on here. You're going to answer true or false. Please make sure that you write the statement at the very least on your paper. Some of y'all are like, 1, true, and like, no, write out the actual thing so that you can use this later on. And then tell me why you think so. This will be taken up as a grade. You do have to give me a justification. You can't just put true or false, okay? And then the last thing that I want you to do is complete this document and turn it into the sub. So if you click on this first document, it's going to be this. There's 10 problems on here. Okay. You're going to use this document with the next document, which is a bunch of graphs. Okay. So if you look at today's stuff down at the bottom, you want to right click and open in a new tab. So this first document is the 10 questions. And then the second document is the graphs that go with it. Okay. And again, you're going to turn this into the sub, make sure your name is on it. And then we'll go from there. If you missed the Unit 8 test for whatever reason, make sure that you come and see me. Okay. So Unit 8 test, that's the one that we took before we went on spring break. Come see me during advisement in E106. 106. Okay. So that we can go ahead and take care of that. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know. Still kind of updating some of y'all's grades. I have one more document to put in, as well as some of y'all's strategies grades I'm still messing with. Remember, at the end of the semester, your strategies grade will be the exact same thing as the regular accelerated geometry grade. Okay, so they will be the same. So right now, if your strategies grade isn't the same as your accelerated grade, it's okay. I'm just, at the end of the semester, they're gonna be the exact same grade. So you can focus on one thing. Okay? All right. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Thursday.